what this is really competitive intelligence pipeline on autopilot. It basically monitors all of your competitor avenues. Right now, this just says websites, Capterra reviews, product hunt launches, hacker news mentions. You can have this list be 15, 20 items long, right? There is literally no stopping this. What it does then is that it synthesizes a competitive intelligence brief using SWOT analysis, and it posts it to a private competitive intel Slack channel. Why should PMs care? It's because obviously doing all of this manually is really critical. In addition to that, say there were certain changes 6 hours ago on a competitor website, you happen to be sleeping, right? When you woke up the next morning, they had overwritten that for change C instead of change B. In a normal world, that is gone forever. You have no way of ever finding out that happened. Not with this, right? OpenClaw never sleeps. It's just out there, doing its thing, monitoring it every hour, every half hour if you can set up to do that. And then, that competitive brief lands in your Slack without anyone lifting a finger. So the way I want to show this here is by actually building this out. So I did not, in fact, end up building everything because I did want to show what the building looks like. So really what we're doing is what I just said, right? We go on here, remove that, and I have the prompt pre-ready just because I didn't want to waste time. But in your competitive intel Slack channel, just mention the bot with something like, I need blah, 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 search the web. And I customized this to our use case, which was latest news, product updates, and user sentiment about Podpage, and Transistor FM, which are my competitors for the toy /serious example that I was trying to build. Organize their findings, highlight anything that represents a threat or opportunity for a mid-market podcast website builder site. Poster analysis will say there. So what is going to happen is, first it will say there is no competitive intel Slack channel, and it will make us do all of that rigmarole. So let's actually build this out so you guys can see what exactly that looks like. I mean, while it does that, because, we like to be proactive, we can simply make that channel right, make sure we have the right name. So we'll simply just copy that, make that channel, we'll hit next. You can just have it be public. Great, we'll just add everyone. And then I guess we'll also add the app because I don't think that is added. Yep, okay, great. So we did that. It's still thinking. We'll give it some time to think some more.
So when you want to look at the context and that it has, is there a way to look at that? Because I know with Claude Code, managing the context is a really important part.
Yeah, so a big part of the context lives on these files itself. So for instance, if I showed you agents, right? Like what are the agents that it's working with? So I'll flash it up here. So this is, you can think of it as its consciousness, if you will, right? So this has everything that it needs to run. So for safety, this is just all default. So don't exfiltrate private data, don't run destructive commands, so on and so forth. Ask first, right? So for anything like sending emails, tweets, publics, again, this is just boilerplate. You can change all of this. Again, the way to work this is you can go on your Claude or Gemini, whatever, and then have that build out the entire markdown document. Suppose you want 5 different agents that fella, in our case, leads. So you can have that organizational map that bot A will just say Naman is responsible for marketing, bot B is responsible for so on and so forth. And then if you just paste that markdown file into your workspace here, it will know exactly what you want it to do at any given point, right? So that is the way to manage not just what you want it to do, but also what you want it to work with in terms of the documents and such.
And in terms of those documents, agents, so what are the best practices? What goes in what document?
Yeah, so the good news is that this will all be set up for you by default.
Today's episode is brought to you by Vanta. As a founder, you're moving fast toward product market fit, your next round, or your first big enterprise deal. But with AI accelerating how quickly startups build and ship, security expectations are higher earlier than ever. Getting security and compliance right can unlock growth, or stall it if you wait too long. With deep integrations and automated workflows built for fast-moving teams, Vanta gets you audit-ready fast and keeps you secure with continuous monitoring as your models, infra, and customers evolve. Fast-growing startups like LangChain, Writer, and Cursor trusted Vanta to build a scalable foundation from the start. So go to vanta.com/Akash, that's vanta.com/AAKASH, to save $1,000 and join over 10,000 ambitious companies already scaling with Vanta. I hope you enjoyed that short clip. You can check out the full episode here.